peoples, my peoples. Floyd Mayweather says that the number one pound for pound fighter in the world is Terence Bud Crawford. I happen to agree with him. Now, taking into account that Floyd Mayweather is widely recognized as the best fighter of all time, or he's always in that conversation, what do we think about his opinion on the best pound for pound fighter in the world? Does it get more legitimate than Floyd Mayweather's opinion? So, to the people who say, Terence Bud Crawford is overrated and he's not the best, and well, Floyd Mayweather disagrees with you. So we got to talk about that, my peoples. We definitely got to talk about that. The Terence Crawford haters, I want to hear about you. Because how are you a Floyd Mayweather fan? Yeah, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Your own GOAT is telling you Terence Bud Crawford is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. How can we debate against that? How can we argue against that? So if you got Floyd telling you, hey, this is the number one guy, this is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world, how could you really believe that Canelo Alvarez is going to wash him? Or is just going to beat him up? The best pound for pound fighter in the world? He's just going to get washed? Come on, my peoples. We got to be realistic. We can't come up with stuff out of, we're a fan. We're a bigger fan of this guy, so we're going to discredit this guy. We're a big fan of this guy, so we're going to hate on that guy. It's Floyd Mayweather telling y'all. And if you follow Floyd Mayweather, if you know how he get down, Floyd Mayweather don't go around giving people flowers just like that. Floyd Mayweather, if you're not at the top of the top, Floyd Mayweather's not even going to mention your name, B. He ain't even going to mention your name. You got to be amongst the elite. You got to be, above and beyond what is called, he's a real good boxer. When Floyd Mayweather give you your flowers, you know what that means. You for real. You established. You made a name for yourself. And he already respect that. So now I ask to the people that say, Terence Bud Crawford is a hype job, or he's overrated, all that other stuff. Well, Floyd Mayweather don't agree with you. Isidro Segura Hernandez, what's good, my brother? Appreciate you dropping in. Appreciate everybody dropping in. It's already 4 of you, but I promise more people coming through. Hit that like button, my peoples. Come on now. Hook me up. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to Box Center, don't forget to subscribe. But yeah, my peoples, Floyd Mayweather has stated that Terence Bud Crawford is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world in his personal opinion. So, if you respect Floyd Mayweather, I would expect you to have respect for his opinion. How can somebody say, I respect Floyd Mayweather, but Terence Crawford is a hype job? Well, listen to what Floyd Mayweather is trying to say. So if you understand that one of the best fighters of all time, if not the best ever, Money May, is saying this is my pound for pound fighter, my number one pound for pound fighter, then you have to understand that the situation with Canelo is not going to be what some people are trying to say is going to be. Canelo's too big, Canelo's going to wash him, it ain't going to be none of that. It really ain't, my peoples. So we have to understand what's going to happen. Or I know I understand what's going to happen, but you're going to be very disappointed if you think that Canelo is just going to have his way with Bud Crawford. You're going to be very disappointed, my people. So all I'm telling you is there is a reason there is a reason why Floyd Mayweather saying Terence Buck Crawford is my number one pound for pound fighter in the world. Mind you, Bud has never been signed to Mayweather team. He's never been signed, he signed a one fight deal to fight Errol Spence on PBC, and that was it. So he's not somebody that Floyd Mayweather's trying to be biased in his favor. If anything, if Floyd want to be biased, he could say Tank is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. Because Tank, although it's not directly signed to Floyd, but he's a PBC fighter right now. He's down with Al Heyman. Yet Terence Crawford is saying that Bud is that dude, is that number one guy. So we just have to see, our really place that's going down in September. And I expect Terence Crawford to win by unanimous decision. That's been my prediction. It's out there. I've said it in multiple videos. But I also keep receipts, my people. So I got the receipts of my prediction, but I also got screenshots of people saying Canelo's going to wash him, Canelo's going to smoke him, Canelo's going to stop him before the 8th round. I got receipts. And I hope this doesn't play out the same way as was with Errol Spence. All the people that said Errol Spence was going to smoke Terence Crawford and Errol Spence was going to walk him down and beat him up and break him down and all this stuff, and he's too little for Errol, all those people disappeared. Once he put the beats on Errol Spence, all the people who said Spence was going to knock him out disappeared. I don't know where they at. They ain't nowhere to be found. They transitioned from Errol Spence going to knock him out to, oh no, what happened is the accident and his dog ate his homework and he was smoking weed. All the excuses in the world came up out of nowhere, out of thin air. I didn't hear none of those excuses before the fight. Oh, but as soon as he put the nasty beating, the pummeling session, oh, now the excuses showed up. Now people got excuses. Now people want to bring up the accident. So I'm wondering what are going to be the excuses when Terence Crawford beat Canelo Alvarez. Oh, Canelo's not looking the same. Something was off about Canelo. Oh, I don't know. It's just that Canelo wasn't looking right. I'm trying to figure out what people are going to say, because I know for a fact there's people that will never give credit to Terence Crawford. As simple as that. There's people that will never give him credit. So it's just even fun to listen to the excuses, to see the type of excuses people come up with. Layy, what up, coach? What's the deal, my G? Bam. Tommy Dukes, yo, what's up, my mains? You already know it, man. We talking boxing. Floyd Mayweather says that Terence Crawford is his number one pound for pound fighter in the world. What do you think about that, my peoples? By the way, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, man, go ahead, subscribe. Box Center is going to be the number one boxing channel. Period, point blank. Ain't no getting around it. But yeah, my peoples, Tommy Dukes, Usyk, and Bivol are my top 2 pound for pound. Those are good fighters. Those are that, I can't argue with that. I got Terence Crawford at number 1, but Usyk and Bivol, those are 2 legitimate contenders for that top spot. I actually have Terence Crawford, Usyk, and then Bivol in that same order, 1, 2, and 3. So anyway you mix and match them around, you move them up, move them down, it's going to be a legit list, because all of them are highly accomplished and all of them are great fighters, at an elite level. Yeah, Crawford deserves to be called that. Branyo Romero, what do you think about Bud's resume? I think he has an excellent resume. Of course, Terence Crawford's resume is amazing. It's just that if you're a hater, you're going to start to try to pick apart his opponents. But if you look at the fighters Terence Crawford has been facing for the last 10 years, you look at everybody, he's facing dogs. He's facing top-level fighters, top-notch fighters. It's just that if you're a hater, you're going to try to discredit them dudes. But Crawford is not fighting no bums. So, he just got, just like every great fighter, Terence Crawford has a lot of haters. That's just the way it is. Brian Romero, I don't know why. Because it's because of that, my brother. When you're a great fighter, you're going to have the haters. Tommy Dukes, is Inoue 4 for you? I mean, I'm putting this list right now, I'm putting Inoue at number 4. But you could move them around. You could put Inoue ahead of Bivol and ahead of Usyk. You could put Inoue number 2. Usyk number 3. Bivol number 4. Any way you move them around, it's still going to be a legitimate list. Tommy Dukes, Beterbiev, I still on top 10 list because he lost a close one. I mean, Beterbiev is still a pound-for-pound fighter. I say Beterbiev is top 5. Not top 10, top 5. I still got him up there. Haney, I got Bivol top 5. Yeah, Bivol's top 5. I easily got him at number 3. Number 3, number 4. Based on his accomplishments and how good fighter Bivol is. Yo, Bivol is for real. Bivol is the truth. And we see him hand Beterbiev his first defeat. And he won legit. It was a very close fight, very competitive, but he won that fight. MAW, hello boxing fans and chat. Smash that like button. Appreciate you, my G. No doubt, my peoples. Let's hit that like button. It's 10 of us. Let's get me to 10 likes. It's 10 of us. I should at least have, it's 8 of us now. Fuck the 2 that left. Hit that like button, my peoples. Joshua, hello. What's the deal, fams? Alana Haney. True, they both number 5. Canelo needs to fight David Benavidez. You see, I don't think we're ever going to see Canelo versus Benavidez. And the reason I say that is because Benavidez already moved up to 175. And Canelo, he's not moving up to that weight class. And in fact, I actually give Canelo a pass for not fighting Benavidez. And you know why? I'm going to tell you why. Just hear me out. Canelo is a very small 168 pounder. People say he's big when it comes to Terence Crawford. He's too big. He's not a big dude. He's a small 168 pounder. And Benavidez was a huge 168 pounder who could barely make weight and only stuck around because he was trying to get that Canelo fight. So, you're talking about a very small dude in Canelo and a very big dude in David Benavidez. I felt like if they fought, Benavidez was going to pummel him and probably be the first guy to knock him out. So to me, it was a very good decision not to fight him. It was like, yo, you mad small, this dude is mad big, it's a mismatch. Size-wise, it's a huge mismatch. So I give Canelo a pass for not fighting him. Matter of fact, look, he moved up to 175 to fight Bivol, a guy who's not a power puncher, who doesn't have a high knockout percentage. And look how easy Bivol put the beats on him. Put the Swiss beats on him, made him look bad. So you fight Benavidez, I don't know. I don't think that's good for him. Glenn Carter, God bless, brother. Appreciate you, my G. God bless you and yours. Ajana Haney, I bet Tank needs to fight Shakur. That's facts. Tank, listen, I'm tired of Tank ducking Shakur. It's already been 2 or 3 years of him ducking Shakur, not wanting to make that fight. And I'm not feeling it. Now, the situation with Lamont Roach is looking kind of sketchy right now. We already know the controversy. We already know Tank Davis took a knee and the grease in his eye, quote unquote, because there was no grease in his eye. That was cap. But it was a controversial draw. Roach already went on an interview and said that he signed his half of the contract and they just waiting on Tank. For whatever reason, Tank ain't signed his side of the contract yet. So we need to see that rematch. Very anticipated with a controversial ending. But I don't know if Tank want to give him the rematch. But the good news is Shakur already told Lamont Roach, if he don't give you the rematch, I got you with a title shot. Ajana Haney, calling him pillow fist when he has power. I mean, listen. There's a reason why Tank don't want to fight Shakur. I know the reason. There's a lot of people out there who know the reason why he don't want to fight Shakur. They know. We know. MAW. Canelo versus David Benavidez is unrealistic. at the moment, because we already know Canelo fighting Skull, then Bud. Canelo did fight Kovalev at 175 earlier, though. That's true, but you got to remember, Canelo fought Kovalev at the tail end of his career. Kovalev was almost on his way out of boxing. I don't even know if he fought or how many times he fought after facing Canelo. Benavidez is a lot younger, a lot bigger, a lot stronger. That's a different ball game. That's a way different ball game, because in this case, Canelo is the guy in his mid-30s, smaller, way smaller, and the younger guy would be bigger and stronger. That's a mismatch. He getting beat up, and he knows it. Motown 909. It might not be a rematch for Lamont. Shakur is waiting to see what Tank gonna do. Facts. It might not be a rematch. And you know what? It's not gonna be a good look for Tank Davis. If he don't give this man that especially taking into consideration that as soon as that fight finished, Tank said, I want to do the rematch. Lamont Roach said, I want to do the rematch. Now you're going to back away from it? I don't know. That's not a good look. John Parham, salute. Wish I would have stayed around longer to hear the calling. My G. John Parham, hit the like. It doesn't hit back. No doubt, my people. Hit that like button. Ajana Haney, if you think about it, that was the same thing with Ali versus George, because Ali did not have power like other heavyweights, but he has the speed to beat him. And look, to be honest, I always say this, Ali's victory over George Foreman is probably the biggest win of all time. That's why sometimes I go back and forth between Floyd Mayweather and Muhammad Ali. You know, Floyd Mayweather, he got an amazing resume, beat a bunch of champions, retired undefeated. But Floyd doesn't have a win like Ali versus Foreman in his resume. He doesn't. If you look at his best wins, none of them match that one win that Ali has over George Foreman. That's pure greatness in that win. Motown 909. You so right. If Tank don't rematch, it's going to look bad for Tank. That's facts, bro. That's facts. You fought with a dude. You say you wanted a draw. It was controversial. You should have lost if that knee was counted as a knockdown. And now you don't want to do the rematch. Which, by the way, it had been reported that PBC was advising Tank not to rematch Roach. They wanted him to pursue a fight with Lomachenko, who's been inactive, who's 37 years old. Now y'all want to fight Lomachenko. So that's not a good look, my peoples. Real talk. Young Guns, I think Floyd's best win was over Prime Corrales. That was a great win, and he dominated Corrales. But Prime Corrales is not a Hall of Famer. He's not an all-time great. Not a pound for pound. He wasn't on the pound for pound list. So Prime Corrales is nowhere near Prime George Foreman. Not even close. Like, there's no way. And I got mad respect for Chico. Chico Corrales was one of my favorite fighters of that era. Real talk. But we can't compare him to George Foreman. Big George was just something different. And for the people who haven't seen George Foreman, take a look at the highlights. George Foreman was absolutely destroying everybody. Pure berserk. Mayhem. Foreman was different. Elijah Haney, Tank feeling fear. Next time he fighting Ryan in rematch at 140 this time. I think if Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fight, it's going to have to be at 140. Ryan Garcia is definitely not going to be able to make weight at 135. Nowhere near that. So it would have to be at 140. But we already know that Tank already fought in that division. He fought Mario Barrios over there. Chocolatito. Come on, brother. Mayweather lost Jose Luis Castillo first fight. I felt like he lost that fight. But it's not something that we could really argue, because at the end of the day, it was awarded to Floyd Mayweather. And to give him credit, he took the rematch and then he beat him convincingly in the rematch. The same thing with this other guy. I felt like he lost the first fight too. Felt like he lost the first fight. What's the name? This guy that knocked his tooth out. I felt he lost that fight, but gave him the rematch, and won convincingly. So, Elijah Haney, Tank is a good fighter, but think about it. Tank has been beating guys on highlights on hydration clause. That's true. Tank, he's always found a way, or his team at least found a way to give him a physical advantage, and he's been able to capitalize. Young Guns, some say Ali never beat Ken Norton and Foreman ran him over. It's crazy how styles mesh. Yo, it's the same thing with Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier was the first guy to beat Ali, dropped him like with a big shot. And look what Foreman did to Frazier. Foreman pulverized him. So because of the way Foreman did Frazier, people thought that he was going to kill Ali. And look what happened. That's why the triangle theory doesn't really work in boxing. But my peoples, I would say Ali beating George Foreman is probably the biggest, most significant, most important win in the history of boxing. You know, I wasn't there for that. I'm too young for that. But a lot of people that witnessed it, not in person, but watched it on TV live and were around in that era, have told me when he beat George Foreman, everybody started saying, yeah, he's the greatest. That's it. Because there was a point where only Ali used to say, I am the greatest, I am the greatest. But when he beat Foreman, by stoppage, the world started to say that with him. Yeah, he the greatest, that's it. Ain't no getting around it. That's it. There's no bigger win than that one, at least in my opinion. MAW, George Foreman won Olympic gold. Climbed pro to be a champion. Lost to Ali, retired for 10 years to preach. Then returned to climb the rankings to be champ again. The oldest heavyweight champ too. Legend, that's facts. I actually watched the fight live when he became heavyweight champion. I think he was 46 years old. It was against Michael Moorer. And if you watch that fight, George Foreman was losing every round convincingly. Michael Moorer was outboxing him. He was a lot younger, was outboxing him, outpunching him, outworking him. So he landed that huge right hand. Boom! And it was over. Michael Moorer couldn't get up off the canvas. Young Guns, if Bud beats Canelo, where do you put him all time? It's hard to rank him all time right away. I think I have to wait till he actually retires to put him on the all-time ranking. But of course, I already got him number one pound for pound right now. And obviously, he's going to stand out number one pound for pound for the duration. Hashim Abbas, how old are you? I'm 46 years old, my brother. Elite ex-Cubano. Ali versus Foreman was definitely the most polarizing win in boxing history. Straight out of a movie. Epic. Imagine, bro. George Foreman was absolutely destroying everybody. This man was going berserk in that ring. And nobody expected Ali to win. Nobody. People thought, damn, Ali's going to get beat up so bad. Even the people in his team thought he was going to get brutalized. So there you have it right there, man. Ajana Haney, not taking anything from Bud, but Canelo did more. There is still a chance Bud can beat Canelo. I mean, Canelo's resume, you know, it's a Hall of Fame resume. It's a Hall of Fame resume. But right now, if we look at his resume, it's been a while before since he fought the best in his division. You know, you got to look at, he lost to Bivol, right? And then after he lost to Bivol, he came back. Charlo is a guy moving up to fight him. Even Bud is a guy moving up to fight him. And Skull is a guy that nobody's even giving him a shot. He's going to be a huge favorite to win that fight. So I think that Canelo, he's not, there's a lot of guys right now that are accomplishing big time. If you look at Bivol, undisputed. If you look at Beterbiev, undisputed before that. If you look at Usyk, undisputed. There's a lot of guys right now that are accomplishing now. Because you got to remember, the pound for pound list, that's not a lifetime achievement award. It's not your whole resume that's taken into account. It's what have you done lately. And these guys have done more than Canelo lately. Ajana Haney, the Ali showed them why he's the greatest. Yo, Ali had the whole world saying, yeah, he's the greatest. He is. William P, what's up, Chat and Jay Smith? What's the deal, William P? Appreciate you dropping in, my G. LLYY, who you got, Chris Eubank or Conor Ben? I got Conor Ben. Real talk. I feel like Conor Ben is bringing that mean energy. And Chris Eubank is just too relaxed, too joking around. And I didn't like the egg slap, by the way. It was entertaining to watch. But a fighter bringing something in, stashed, to slap his opponent with it in the face-off, like, that's a sneaky bitch move to me. I didn't like it. And I think Conor Ben is going to make him pay in the ring. I don't know, man. I think Conor Ben, he just got that energy that I feel like he's going to be looking to knock him out in spectacular fashion. I'm telling you, Conor Ben, I know that he's the smaller guy. I know that he's the guy moving up, but I still feel like he just nasty like that. Conor Ben is a dog, my people. He a dog. And you know what I like about Conor Ben? You got to think about it. His pops made a lot of money in boxing. He didn't grow up poor or in the ghetto or trying to make it out. Conor Ben could have been a doctor, could have been a lawyer, could have went to an expensive college and been a professional, whatever he wanted. This guy fights because he chose to fight. This guy wants to fight. This guy loves to fight. A guy like that is dangerous, my people. He's not fighting because he has to or because he needs to find a way out. He fighting because that shit is in his blood and he want to fight. I believe Conor Ben is a dangerous individual, yo. Conor Ben is a dangerous individual, my peoples. Real talk. Mayweather, nah. He won't. Floyd versus Bud in Floyd Prime, that would be good. That would have been a heck of a fight. It's very, I don't do a lot of predictions when it comes to that type of fight because the reality is that we just don't know. I'm sure Floyd Mayweather feel like he would have won that fight. Crawford feel like he would win that fight, but we'll never know. That's the reality. Rick Porco, when are you going to do that 1,000 subscribers free giveaway? My brother, I already got to 1,000 subscribers. We trying to make it to 2,000. And I'm headed for the 1,000,000 anyways. I got to do a 1,000,000 subscriber giveaway. Because I'm headed for 1,000,000, my G. MAW, Bud packing on weight will be slower the same way Canelo became slower the higher he went. But Bud has the skill set to compete. Still believe it will be a matter of if Bud can handle Canelo's power. I mean, listen. The one thing I could tell you about Terence Crawford, he's not going to be a slow fighter at all. He's going to be, when him and Canelo climb in the ring, Crawford is going to be the faster guy. For sure, 100%. I promise you that. What I want you guys to keep in mind is the type of athlete that Terence Crawford is. You think about that. Have you ever seen a picture of a fat Terence Crawford? Or a picture of an out-of-shape Terence Crawford? Or a video of him getting drunk? Of him smoking? This guy is an athlete at the highest level. I'm talking about like Michael Jordan, like Kobe Bryant, like Floyd Mayweather. The type of athlete who has a next level of athleticism. Crawford, he don't even be having a fight lined up. And this guy be at the gym, hitting the bag, working out. Crawford can deadlift 400 pounds wearing his regular clothes. And now he's bulking up the right way. It's not like he's sitting somewhere eating pizza and shit. This guy's bulking up the right way with a strength and conditioning coach, doing his thing. So you're going to see a Terence Crawford that's going to be strong as hell. Strong as hell. Canelo's not going to just walk him down and beat him up like people think. And then people say, oh, Canelo's too big. Canelo's too big. Man, Canelo's a small-ass 168 pounder. Big is not a word that fits Canelo well. It's not. LLYY, do you think Derek Chisora title shot deserved? Honestly, I don't think so. Much respect to Chisora, but who has he been fighting? Who has he been beating? How can he go ahead of somebody like Dubois when Dubois, he damn near beat Usyk? He should have beat Usyk. If that body shot was counted as a body shot, he would have won by stoppage. They made a mistake and ruled that a low blow. But I feel like when I saw that they mentioned that he's mandatory, I was like, damn, he's skipping the line. He got some real good connections up in there. But that's what they saying. That's what they saying. William P. Canelo beats him. I stand on that. I understand the skill set and athlete of Crawford, but he moved up 3 weight classes and took a fight at 168 before Canelo. So, William P., you got to stop the cap, my brother. Terence Crawford is the reigning champion at 154. He's not moving up 3 weight classes. He's moving up 2. So, at least make the argument with real facts. Don't exaggerate it. He's not moving up 3 divisions. Terence Crawford is the reigning champion at 154 right now. Thus, 168 is 2 divisions away. Come on now. Let's be realistic. Let's call it how it really is. Pancho Villa, I believe Crawford has a chance at a catch weight to beat Canelo. It ain't gonna be no catch weight. He's gonna be at 168 with no rehydration clause. But again, I don't know why you think it has to be a catch weight. You're acting like Canelo's a big dude. Canelo's not a big guy, my people. Every single person he faced at 168 is bigger than him. Canelo a small dude, man. Why people acting like Canelo's 7 feet tall and Crawford's gonna fight this big dude? Man, listen, on fight night, Crawford is gonna look bigger than Canelo. Because he's taller than him, he's longer than him, and he's gonna look stronger than him. Bulk. You see Crawford and Canelo right now, Crawford look bigger than him, bro. Crawford really look bigger than Canelo right now. And people think that Canelo's this. Yo, this is, I want y'all to think about this. Because Crawford is moving up in weight, this is the only time, man, Canelo's whole career that people are saying he's too big. Canelo a small dude, my people, in the 168 division. He one of the smallest guys there. All of his opponents have been bigger than him. He not a big dude. William P., he didn't vacate those 154 belts until the fight really confirmed. I mean, I think there's a belt that he got stripped. I think he told the WBA that he's not going to vacate that title. I read that somewhere recently, that he's not going to vacate his WBA title. So, you know, Charlo's coming back to 154. I don't know. Maybe him and Jermell Charlo could get something going. He been wanting to whoop that ass anyways. Elijah Haney, his casuals thinking that Canelo too big. Look, Ajana Haney. I'm going to tell you like this. I don't want to diss nobody, but when have we ever heard that Canelo Alvarez was too big? In the history of Canelo Alvarez's career. Elite ex-Cubano, Canelo is stocky as fuck, and Canelo neck is young Tyson-like. Now, that's an exaggeration, my guy. That's an exaggeration. Definitely don't got Tyson's neck. But he is stocky. You're right. But is he a big dude, man? Nobody in the history has ever said Canelo was a big dude. As soon as Crawford was like, I'm going to fight him. Oh, he's so big. Canelo's so big. Man, he's small as hell. Canelo is literally a small 168-pounder. That's a fact. William P., he not big. That's true. That's what I'm saying, bro. Canelo Alvarez is not a big dude. So why are we saying, yo, he too big for Crawford, he too big? Meanwhile, Crawford is taller than him, got more reach than him, and is going to be weighing just like him. Matter of fact, yo, last month I seen Crawford weigh like 180. 180. Bro, when them two people face each other, everybody who's saying Canelo's too big is going to be like, damn, Crawford look big as hell. But y'all going to find out. The Mexican G, Crawford going to get smoked like a Newport. Man, listen. Stop playing. Canelo going to get smoked like a Joe Camel. It's casuals. Casual think Canelo's too big. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Talking about Canelo's too big. Crazy. Pancho Villa. Fam, Canelo has been fighting at 168 for a very long time. All I'm saying is Canelo is too strong for Crawford at 168. But fam, don't get it twisted. If Crawford wins, you're saying that he's too strong for Crawford, right? I'm telling you, Pancho Villa, that's not a fact, my brother. I promise you it's not. Terence Crawford is a very strong... I guarantee you right now, Terence Crawford could deadlift more than Canelo, more weight than Canelo. Matter of fact, I bet you Canelo probably can't deadlift 400 pounds. And Crawford did that shit in plain clothes. I'm telling you, y'all underestimating the strength of Terence Crawford. You're underestimating that, my guy. Yo, Virgil just put the beats on Madrimov. Somebody who Crawford struggled with terribly. That's irrelevant. Styles makes fights, yeah, yo. Styles make fights. That's completely irrelevant. Like, what does that got to do with anything? That's like me telling you, well, Tank Davis struggled versus Lamar Roach, and his only loss, Lamar Roach only lost to Jamel Herring. Well, Shakur Stevenson stopped Jamel Herring in 10 rounds. That's all irrelevant. Styles make fights. Who this guy fought and this guy fought, that got nothing to do with nothing. That's like some casual argument right there. Yo, Bud has only had one fight at 154. That's not long enough to get acclimated to the weight. Man, listen. I don't know what is you talking about. I don't know what is you talking about. That's incoherent stuff. I know that's some logic that you made up in your head, like it makes sense, but nah, that's irrelevant. If Crawford move up and beats Canelo, what are you going to say about that? Oh, I guess he got acclimated somehow. That's irrelevant. You're talking about an elite level athlete, an all-time elite level athlete as far as athleticism goes. So all that you're talking about, that's irrelevant. Y'all saying Crawford can't handle Canelo? Yeah, that's basically what they saying. The Mexican G, this is ridiculous. Crawford ain't shit compared to Canelo. You're gonna find out, man. You're gonna be really disappointed when the fight happens. But I'ma just counter with this, the Mexican G. I want you to remember this. Dimitri Bivol, who faced Canelo and watched Crawford, said that Crawford is better than him. And Floyd Mayweather just recently said that Terence Bud Crawford is his #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Let that shit sizzle in your spirit. Floyd Mayweather, the greatest of all time, if not one of the greatest of all time, is telling your ass, Terence Crawford is my #1 pound-for-pound fighter. That's from Floyd Mayweather. Now, most of us here, we follow boxing, we follow it. So most of us here know damn well Floyd Mayweather don't go around giving flowers to everybody. Floyd Mayweather don't just give credit to people just like that. If you're not at the top of the top, Floyd Mayweather won't even mention your name. And he's saying, Bud Crawford is my #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. You see what that means. You figure that out. Elijah Haney. That has nothing to do with his power. I mean, I don't understand why people think that Crawford is not going to have power. I don't even understand it. Look at his knockout percentage. Been knocking people out. And the funny thing about this whole argument about power, think about this, my peoples. Canelo Alvarez right now has 2 losses in his career. Floyd Mayweather, Dimitri Bivol. Neither one of those guys needed power to beat him. Neither one of those guys was a power puncher. Neither one of those guys had a high knockout percentage. They outboxed Canelo. They both outboxed Canelo to the point where they made him look bad. So that's what y'all don't understand. Y'all think Canelo's going to look great against everybody. Y'all forgot he got made to look bad by 2 different boxers already. I don't know. Y'all going to remember. Y'all going to remember. But it's 37. It hasn't been one no-brainer Hall of Famer in his career. What do you think about that? I mean, I'm pretty sure that Errol Spence is going to the Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure Errol Spence is going to the Hall of Fame. Now, when you say that, that's just a hater argument. Because who could he have fought at the welterweight division? Who could he have fought? None of them wanted to fight him. We all know nobody wanted to fight Terence Crawford. He basically forced Errol Spence to fight him. They left him for last. When there was no other choice, they had to fight him. And look what he did to Errol Spence. Look at the beating he gave Errol Spence. So that's just hater argument. Oh, he didn't beat Hall of Famers. That's hater argument, my guy. Ain't nobody talking about that. We talking about who's in front of him, who he fought. He beat all of them. He's undefeated. That's it. That's who he beat. He beat everybody they put in front of him, bro. The Mexican G. What makes you think Crawford is on the same level as Bivol? What do you mean what makes me think he's on the same level? The guy's the first 2-division undisputed champion in the history of the 4-belt era. The guy's a 4-division world champion. The guy's been on the pound-for-pound list for mad years. The guy was number 1 on a lot of the pound-for-pound lists before Bivol ever was. He's been ranked higher on the pound-for-pound list than Dimitri Bivol. That's what made me think he on that level. Easy. That's easy. Come on now. That's an easy answer. Gabe Rivera. Crawford gonna shock the world. Dímelo, mi hermano. ¿Qué es lo que es, hermanito mío? Facts. All these people that feel so confident about what Canelo's gonna do, yo, they're gonna be mad disappointed. Yo, y'all need to start putting your excuses together. Just like y'all did with Errol Spence. Because I know a lot of y'all not gonna admit it right now. I know y'all not gonna admit it right now. But I know a lot of y'all was the same people that was saying Errol Spence is too big. Errol Spence gonna walk him down. Errol Spence gonna knock him out. And then when he put the nasty beating on Errol Spence, y'all switch your stories up. Oh, the car accident and Errol Spence, his dog ate his homework and he was smoking weed that day. Y'all gonna come with the excuses. He put the beats on Canelo. Y'all gonna have some type of excuse lined up already. I already see it. William P. I had Crawford. I don't know if I could believe you, my brother, because now everybody says they had Crawford. I know I had Crawford because you could look at the videos I posted months before the fight where I said Crawford was going to stop him in 8 or 9 rounds. I posted multiple videos. That's why I love the receipts. They're up there. You can see that I say we're going to knock him out. But all of a sudden, after the fight, everybody knew it was going to happen. Everybody saw it coming. Nah, I want to see receipts. If you can't show me a receipt, okay, I posted it on Facebook. Send me the link so I can see it. Because I can't see it. Right now, it's just your words. Send me the link. Go on the post to one of my videos and send me the link. And I'll go to your Facebook and I'll check it out. Elijah Haney, Jeff is speaking truth. William P., I bet it, my homeboy. The Mexican G. Spence ain't not the same level as Canelo. Nobody said Spence was on the same level as Canelo. But just like Canelo, y'all said, oh, he's too big. Oh, he's too strong. Oh, he's going to stop Crawford. And look, he got pummeled. Pummeled. So what y'all got to understand, when Canelo lose, just figure out your excuses. Have your excuses lined up. I want to see what y'all going to say. LLYY, is Canelo or Crawford going to be the underdog? Nah. Canelo's going to be the favorite to win that fight. My bad, my people. I got to eat. Got to get down with y'all, but I got to eat too. Ayana Haney, they're going to be saying dumb stuff. That's facts. That's facts. They're going to come up with excuses. MAW, I'm saying got receipts in many lives picking Spence, but had better skill set. That was evident. There's a lot of factors that I took into consideration that made me feel confident that Crawford was going to stop Spence. Saw that shit coming. Saw that shit coming, my peoples. But now, for some reason, all the people that said that Spence was going to knock him out, they know where to be found. Everybody disappeared. Now everybody picked Terence Crawford. Everybody picked Bud. I don't know what happened. They disappeared. Ajana Haney. What P. Diddy has nothing to do with that. God damn. Talking about P. Diddy. What you talking about, bro? Come on now. Let's not bring Diddy up in here. But yeah, my peoples. I want to see how is it gonna play out. What are people going to say? Okay, you're expecting it to go a certain way. If it don't go your way, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Are you finally gonna give credit to Terence Crawford? Like if Terence Crawford win this fight, are people finally gonna give him credit, or is it gonna be more excuses? Is it gonna be, oh, Canelo didn't look the same, Canelo was different? How is this really gonna play out? I wanna know. I wanna know if people are actually gonna give him his credit. Because there's people that refuse to give Terence Crawford his credit no matter what. Clarence McLean, No Doug Zone Podcast. Yo, salute my peoples. Salute, Clarence. Appreciate you dropping in, my brother. Ajana Haney, it's casuals doing this. I have to say that it is. Most of the times it has to be, because how do you say that a guy like Terence Crawford, who's the first 2 division undisputed champion in the 4-belt era, who's, multi-division champion, who's so accomplished, he's overrated and he's not that good, and you question his resume? Like, what are we doing? Look at everybody in Terence Crawford's resume. Terence Crawford's not fighting bums. And people will discredit the people that he fights. Nah, this guy's not that good. That guy's not that good. Come on, man. Terence Crawford ain't fighting no bums. J.O., I'll give him credit if you give Canelo credit when he folds Bud. Listen, I've been giving Canelo credit his whole career. You see, that's the difference between a boxing fan and a fan of one boxer. For you to give Canelo credit, you have to discredit Crawford, and you have to hate on other fighters. I don't have to do that, my guy. I give Crawford credit and I give Canelo credit. They're both great fighters. I don't have to discredit Canelo to try to uplift Bud. That's what a lot of Canelo fans feel like they have to do. Like, for me to give credit to Canelo, I gotta hate on Crawford. I don't have to do that, my G. Canelo's an all-time great fighter with a great resume. The face of boxing. Come on now. I don't have to wait for anything to happen to give him credit. I give him credit already. Ajana Haney, Crawford is on the high level. We're going to see it. They're going to learn about Crawford. The people that's been hating on Crawford, they're going to learn. Or they're going to have to figure out more excuses. Eli Escobano, Mean Machine, not a bum. Of course he's not a bum. If you think Mean Machine is not a bum, then I'm going to have to say you're a casual, bro. I'm going to have to say you're a casual. He's definitely not a bum. He's not a world champion. He's not an elite. He's not one of the best. But a bum, he's definitely not a bum. For sure. Gabe Rivera Red. I like to see the Fondora versus Ortiz fight first, then Zayas versus the winner, since Ortiz deserves and earned the title fight next. Well, the WBO has already mandated Sebastian Fondora to defend versus Xander Zayas. So Xander Zayas is going to get that shot first. I believe that there's no chance that Fondora is going to vacate that title and just give it up to Xander. Fondora's all about that smoke. So I believe he will defend. MAW. Fans vary from casuals to diehards, from fanboys to unbiased, but very few are actually unbiased. Fanboys hate threat to the favorite fighters, sadly. That happens. William P., I'm back. What's the deal, my G? That happens, my brother. We see it with a lot of fans who they like this fighter, so they always hating on this fighter. Not every Tank Davis fans, but a lot of Tank Davis fans be hating on Shakur. Oh, Shakur's a hype job. Shakur, yo, as soon as I hear somebody telling me Shakur's a hype job, Shakur's a bum, Shakur's overrated, I already know that's a Tank fan most of the time. I'd be like, so who Tank beat? Oh, why you gotta bring up Tank for? That's the one particular thing about Tank fans. They'll talk about everybody's resume, but when you bring up Tank's resume, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. So that's something that we see a lot in boxing fans. It's like, this is my guy, so I gotta hate on the other guys. I gotta hate on their opponents. I gotta hate on their resume. I gotta hate on everything they've done. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford right now is one of the most accomplished fighters in boxing. That's why when somebody has a crazy opinion, all we got to do is talk about the facts. How many divisions he's been a champion in? How many titles he won? How many times he been undisputed? How about your favorite fighters? Do they have those type of accomplishments? That's it. That right there shut everything down. It's just like Shakur Stevenson. You can hate on him as much as you want, but Shakur Stevenson is already a 3-division champion, a unified champion. That guy's only 27 years old. Go see who your favorite fighters was facing at 27 years old. You know how many guys be 27 still fighting janitors and burger flippers and delivery boys at 27? Shakur's already a 3-division champion. So no matter how much somebody want to hate, when we bring up the accomplishments, they up there with the best of them. Ajana Haney, real boxing fans, people know Crawford is a very good fighter. That's a fact. That's a fact. Amongst the elite. The Mexican G, Crawford ain't no bum, but he's definitely a hype job. I mean, think about it, the Mexican G. You're saying he's a hype job. Floyd Mayweather says that's his #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Who do I believe? You or Floyd Mayweather? That's it. That's it. That's it. Your opinion sucks, my guy. Badly. QT, I've never understood the Crawford hate. Fans here in the U.S. hate him the most, like he's not the best fighter in America. That's crazy. That's crazy. To be honest, most of the hate that Crawford get is from American fans. I be talking to people from Europe, from Australia, and they all be like, yo, Crawford is the shit. Crawford is the shit. And then it's the American fans that be hating on him. I don't even get it, bro. MAW. All the best fighters are juggling. Risk versus reward. They only chase fights where the reward is worth it. So high risk, low reward fighters are avoided. That's true. That's true. That became a more popular thing after the Floyd Mayweather era. Why? Floyd retired undefeated, and a lot of people want to do the same thing so that they can become big stars like Floyd. Or they feel like that's going to happen. The Mexican G, I was a janitor at my old job, and maybe I can get a fight with Shakur. Well, do you have a record of 15-0 as a professional fighter? Like Josh Padley? Because if you don't, I don't know how you could even think that. Ajana Haney, the Mexican explained how that makes sense. I don't know. The Mexican G want to do himself a little trolling and whatnot. Mayweather also said Jesse Vargas was the future of boxing. When did he say that? When did he say that? Because it was just before yesterday that he said Crawford is the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. That was just a couple of days ago. So that's irrelevant what he said about Jesse. We talking about Floyd and what he says about Terence Crawford. He disagree with you. The greatest fighter of all time disagree with your assessments. And the crazy thing, the Mexican G, while you don't even realize how crazy you sound, there is no fighter, no promoter, no trainer, nobody saying that Terence Crawford is a hype job. And you have the balls, the audacity to say such a thing. That's disrespectful, bro. You're not going to find nobody that agrees with you. You're only going to find casual fans who don't know nobody, who only know like 5 of the most famous fighters that are going to agree with you. These are the casual fans that you'll be like, yo, tell me the last 3 people Tank Davis fought. I don't know, but he knocked everybody out. They can't even name them niggas. Those are the type of people that agree with you. But people who actually know the sport of boxing, nobody's agreeing with you, big dog. Nobody's saying that. Like, you're on a very, very lonely island to say, nah, yo, Terence Crawford is a hype job. You're on a lonely island, brother. On a very lonely island. Trying to figure out all the different things that Floyd said doesn't make an argument for you. Find somebody that agrees with you. Tell me what fighter you seen say that Bud is a hype job. Nobody agrees with you. Look at that, because most people got to stick to the code. They're afraid to speak the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you, you don't want to believe me. So when other people agree, they stick to the code. Now you're into conspiracy theories. Don't do it to yourself like that, bro. Don't do it to yourself. El Musa. I asked Google, who is the face of boxing? The answer was Tank Davis. Ajana Haney. But the true boxing fans know that not true Crawford is that guy. Yo, Crawford is that dude. It's only like 5 Crawford haters out there that would agree with the Mexican G. Like 5 Crawford haters that agree with you, bro. QT. Crawford made the PBC act like the 147 WBO belt didn't exist for like 5 years. Facts. Facts. That's real talk right there. The Mexican G, I don't have everyone back in my play, but you got to understand, you're saying everyone. I'm not saying everyone. Find anybody that agrees with you. Find at least one, not everybody. Find one fighter, one big name trainer. Find one person that will say what you're saying. You're not going to find nobody, bro. You're on a lonely island. You're on a lonely island. I don't even think you believe yourself, bro. It's more like you got that hate for Crawford, so you just say anything. But I don't even think you believe yourself. And Ajana Haney, Tank ain't the face of boxing. Nah, he not the face of boxing. Canelo Alvarez is without a doubt the face of boxing. There's no getting around that. No getting around that. Ajana Haney, come on, casuals, just stop trolling and be real with yourself. I mean, you know. Gotta let them troll. Gotta let them troll. If you feel good hating on the next man, I look forward to seeing what they're gonna say when Terence Crawford put the beats on Canelo. I really look forward to seeing it. The Mexican G, they're gonna try to hype Crawford to sell the Canelo fight. I mean, how are they gonna try to hype one of the most accomplished boxers of this era? You don't need to hype the first 2-division undisputed champion in the history of the 4-belt era. You don't need to hype a 4-division champion. You don't need to hype a guy that's been on the pound-for-pound list for over 5 years. You don't need to hype that, bro. I don't know what are you talking about they're going to hype. Crawford has been that dude for years. Angry Nick fan loyalty. Bud is a beast. I'm trying to tell you. Like, it's like 5 Terence Crawford haters who say, nah, he's a hype job. He's a hype job. And everybody who says he isn't, they just got to stick to the code. Like, come on, bro. The Mexican G, you sound goofy as hell trying to hate. Goofy as hell, bro. Watch all the hype disappear once Crawford get his ass beat. Everyone will say he was too small. Mark my words. Okay, that's your prediction, but What will you say if he beats Canelo? That's what I want to know. What will you say if he beats Canelo? Ajana Haney, this casual make no sense. I mean, he's young. He's young. He like 20 years old. He started watching boxing like 5 days ago. So he feel like he knows. He got a little social media knowledge and shit. MAW, I think most black Americans love Spence so much, and other countries or ethnics are tribalists, which left Bud unpopular or hated. Real fans give props where props due, and Bud deserves his props, in my humble opinion. That's facts. Terence Crawford, listen, man, the guy's been on the pound for pound list for a long time. There's a reason for that. There's a reason. The Mexican G, if he beats Canelo, he's the truth. You see, that's what makes it sad, the Mexican G, that he's got to climb up 2 divisions and beat Canelo for you to finally accept it. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. That's another level of hate. Even with all his accomplishments, you don't give it to him. That's nasty work, bro. Nasty. MAWJ 100%. You already know, man. Like, the hate be crazy for Terence Crawford. Like, you have Floyd Mayweather, arguably the greatest fighter of all time, saying, this is my number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world. Period. Making it very clear. You have Dimitri Bivol, who faced Canelo, saying Crawford could beat him. Look at the level of fighters that are saying Crawford could beat him. And then somebody who never laced a glove in their whole life is going to say, nah, Canelo going to wash him, watch. What are you talking about, Canelo going to wash him, man? You acting like this guy's a bum. You acting like Crawford is a bum. Gonna wash him? Come on, man. You can't believe that shit. You cannot. There's no way you believe that shit. No way. I don't see it. I can't believe it. I refuse. Now, I do have to say, Canelo is going to fight in May. I'm hoping that he wins his fight. I think all of us want him to win so that we can get that fight in September. MAW, Bud and Naoya in the same boat in certain circles. Haters just keep shifting goalposts. Of course. Of course. The thing is, once you're a hater, you're stuck as a hater. So you have no choice but to hate because you already started hating, right? So no matter what, you're always hating, always hating, always hating. That's why you saw all of those people who said that Errol Spence was going to knock Crawford out. As soon as it didn't happen the way they thought it would, they changed the narrative. Now it was the car accident, and Errol Spence was hurt, and his dog died, and he was smoking weed. All the excuses came out of nowhere because they just cannot accept that Crawford is that guy. Once you decide to hate on somebody, that's it. You're gonna always hate. The Mexican G, what about all the boxers picking Canelo to win? Now listen, there's guys picking both sides to win. But that's what shows what a great fighter Crawford is and what a great fighter Canelo is. They picking both sides. A lot of people picking Canelo, a lot of people picking Crawford. But nobody is saying Crawford is a hype job but you. You can find me. Yo, find me one boxer. I'm asking you, find me one boxer or one trainer or one promoter who's saying Crawford is a hype job. And I promise you, the only people that saying Crawford is a hype job is the people who started watching boxing the other day who never laced on a pair of gloves in their whole life. He a hype job. He a hype job. Meanwhile, you never punched somebody in the nose in your whole life. That's it. It's 2 great fighters that are about to fight. 2 elite level fighters. So it's fair to say, it's fair to believe, if you think Canelo's going to win, that's fair. Canelo's a great fighter. I think Crawford is going to win. But just because I think Crawford is going to win doesn't mean that I got to discredit Canelo. And that's what you doing, my brother. You going for Canelo and you feel like you have to discredit Crawford. For what? For what? This is a pound-for-pound fighter. An accomplished fighter. Multi-division champion. Like, how much does a guy got to accomplish for you to stop hating on him, bro? That's nasty work. Angry Nick fan loyalty. It's 51-49 Canelo. You see, that's a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment. It's like I said, look, a lot of people are rooting or going for Canelo to win. But it's the same for Bud. A lot of people see Bud winning that fight too. And it's fair because both of them are great fighters. Both of them are pound-for-pound fighters. And when it's like that, somebody's going to take a L. What I do know is that in his career, Canelo has taken 2 L's and Crawford hasn't taken any. I do know that. The Mexican G. Crawford only beat Spence. How can you call him great? He didn't only beat Spence. The thing is, the Mexican G, that because you don't know a lot about boxing, you don't understand all the top level people that he beat. And when I named them, you find a horrible excuse. So there's no point in naming them because now you're going to try to discredit them. You see, you brought up Amir Khan. Amir Khan, multi-division champion, but you're going to discredit him. Sean Porter, another champion, you're going to discredit him. Madrimov, an undefeated champion, you're going to discredit him. Everybody Crawford beat, you're going to find a way to discredit them. Meanwhile, they're all champions or highly rated fighters. No matter how much you want to discredit them, there's a reason why Bud is so accomplished. There's a reason why. So, you got to understand, it's the opinion of people who know the sport of boxing and your opinion. Just add it up together right there and see which opinion is valid. The people involved in boxing who know boxing and your opinion who started watching boxing the other day and formulating your own criteria and your own logic in your head. Look, Terence Crawford's resume is amazing. He got an amazing resume. This guy fighting beat champions, beat multiple Olympic gold medalists, multiple Olympic medalists, beat champions in different divisions, unified titles. This guy got all the accomplishments, and here you are trying to hate on his opponents. Trying to make all of them look bad. Oh, Amir Khan is not that good. And all these guys, they not that good. Nobody believe you, bro. Look at their accomplishments. It's not about your opinion. It's about their accomplishments. You're saying my opinion versus a bunch of meat riders. What do the accomplishment got to do with meat riders? It's accomplishments. That's why I show you that your opinion is a bad one. Because the people in the sport of boxing don't agree with your opinion. Nobody agrees with your opinion. So therefore, it's clearly that you're a hater. You're a hater, my G. And a casual. I have to agree with that assessment. You're a casual, my G. You overvalue your actual knowledge of boxing. Because you don't know shit about boxing, you make that type of opinion. So to you, the opinion makes sense. But now, you got a horrible opinion and a horrible logic, my guy. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to school you here. I'm trying to give you game so you don't embarrass yourself. You don't go in another live talking some goofy ass shit, bro. I wouldn't say hate, but I don't like Crawford. Nah, brother, it's hate. Trust me, it's hate. Look, you show all the symptoms of a hater, and I'll show you. What do haters do with every great fighter? They try to discredit their opponent. You just did that. Oh, Amir Khan is not that good. Come on now. You show all the symptoms of a hardcore hater for Terence Crawford. A hardcore hater. And it's like, why you got to hate on Terence Crawford to uplift Canelo? There's no need for that. I could tell you, I expect Terence Crawford to beat Canelo, and Canelo's still one of the greatest fighters of his era. Canelo's still one of the best to ever do it, one of the best Mexican fighters ever. I could still give him his flowers. I don't need to hate on him, bro. I don't know why y'all feel that way. I don't know why haters feel like they need to discredit this guy to uplift their guy. I don't know why. Champy, this is my current pound for pound. Number 1, Usyk. Number 2, Bivol. Number 3, Beterbiev. Number 4, Canelo. Number 5, Inoue. That's a good pound for pound list. That's a good pound for pound list. That's a good top 5. Angry Nick Fan Loyalty. Last time Canelo had a tough fight, he got smoked by Bivol, to be real. And that's the thing. Canelo has, on his record, 2 losses. And neither one of those losses was against a power puncher. Neither one of those losses was versus a guy with a high knockout percentage. He lost to guys who outboxed him. He got outboxed thoroughly. He got made to look bad both of those times. So people think that Canelo is just going to destroy everybody and beat everybody up. That's not the case, my peoples. You're not going to destroy everybody, not going to beat everybody up. John Parham, appreciate the 20. Hell yeah, my peoples. Y'all already know what it is, man. Box Center, number 1. That's what we headed for. We headed for number 1. Got 1,000 subscribers, headed for 2,000. But we're going to be the number 1 boxing live on YouTube. It's the inevitable, my peoples. I promise you. William P. Bivol has the skills and great IQ, plus uses his tools to his advantage. That's a fact. You see, Bivol used 3 things on Canelo: height, reach, and footwork. Bro, when somebody uses that jab on you, that long jab, and uses that footwork effectively, it's hard to break them down to the body. If you watch that fight, Canelo caught him a couple of times to the body, but for the most part, he was not able to work consistently to the body. He wasn't. Why? Because Bivol kept, keeping that distance between them, and you got to get in close to get them good body shots. Canelo loved the left hook to the body. He wasn't able to do it like that on Bivol. He wasn't. And between Canelo and Crawford, Crawford is going to be the guy with the better footwork. I promise you that. MAW, someone just got cooked. It's all good, 1 for 1, except that everyone will have different opinions and leave it at that. I mean, look, everyone will definitely have different opinions, and I love it. I love a different opinion because it allows us to go back and forth. But one thing is having a different opinion, and another thing is hating. It's hating. Come on now. All that hating is not necessary. State your case as to why you think your guy's going to win. There's no need to say, oh, this guy's a hype job. This guy is overrated. Like, think about it, bro. Like, Terence Crawford is a hype job? Really? One of the most accomplished boxers in the game is a hype job? That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's nasty work, as a matter of fact. William P., I'm going to be here for that Crawford versus Canelo fight. Ooh, you going to be in the building, fams? Ajana Haiti, that's haters. That's facts. Some more hater stuff. Love more Hinduism. Crawford got a shaky chin. I mean, watch this, love more Hinduism. I'll dispute that. Crawford been in the ring, was it 41 times already? He got wobbled a little bit versus Gamboa. That was like, 8 years ago or something like that? And that was a flash knockdown versus Mean Machine, where it wasn't really a knockdown. If you watch the replay, Mean Machine caught him, and when he tried to clinch, Mean Machine pushed him to the side, and he took a knee. He got up and knocked out Mean Machine in the following round. So the 2 times in 41 fights, he got buzzed twice, and he got a shaky chin, for real? Is that really, really real like that? Or that's just the hate for Crawford? I'm not saying that you hating on Crawford, but I'm saying the hate narrative that was built. Oh, Crawford got his chin. This dude been in 41 fights. And because he got buzzed twice, that's it, he got a shaky chin? Go look at Floyd Mayweather versus Maidana in that first fight. Yo, he got hit so hard, He done stumbled onto his corner. Stumbling to his corner. Look at his fight versus Shane Mosley, where Sugar Shane buckled his knees that he almost dropped. But nobody says that Floyd got a shaky chin because of that. But Terence Crawford got a shaky chin because in 2 fights in his whole career, he got buzzed. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Come on now. The Mexican G Gamboa, the same dude that Pitbull made it look easy. Oh my God, Pitbull fought like 45-year-old Gamboa. Crawford fought undefeated Gamboa. But you don't understand the difference, you know. You're still learning about boxing. I'll teach you about that when I got time, you know. The difference between catching a guy in his prime, undefeated, versus catching a guy with like 50 losses and 50 years old. If you don't know the difference, one of these days, I'll take the time to school you, my son, and teach you about that so you can understand it. I understand you don't know boxing like that, but I'll teach you. Ajana Haney, Devin Haney got humbled too and won the fight. Exactly. I can't remember. It was versus the Mexican dude. And look, but I'm going to tell you something. Devin Haney was real smart. And I'm going to tell you why. He got hit hard, and it was at the end of the round. But if I'm not mistaken, that was like in round number 10. That means that he had 2 whole rounds to fight after that. He did not allow another big punch to land on him. Period. You see, when some fighters get hurt, they stand in there and trade. And that's why they get knocked the fuck out. Devin Haney was smart. Linares, yes. Linares. When Devin Haney ate that shot and the round ended, what did he do the following round? Went back to the jab, the footwork, and whenever Linares closed the gap, clinch. Clinch. So Devin Haney showed elite level awareness. He didn't just go crazy and start punching back. He could have got knocked out. Bill Haney already knew they was ahead on the scorecard like crazy. They didn't even need to win those last 2 rounds. They went back to boxing effectively, using that footwork, keeping that distance. And Linares never landed another big shot in those last 2 rounds. That shows you Devin Haney's elite level ring IQ. Right there. When a guy's hurt, that's when you know what his ring IQ is all about. Guys who are not at that level, when they get hurt, you know what they do? They start punching. Boom. They start punching. Instincts kick in. But when they're at that elite level, they slow everything down and get into the game plan. And that's what Devin Haney did. Now, I got to tell you, Devin Haney has a very tough challenge versus Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez got power in both hands. So we got to see what Devin Haney's punch resistance is going to be like. Because he took a nasty beating from Ryan Garcia. Now, we could say Ryan Garcia was on steroids and all that good stuff. Okay. And they overturned the decision. Devin Haney still undefeated. That was a no contest. But you're not going to erase that beating from our minds. We all saw what happened. And Devin Haney get dropped all those times. So now we got to see how is Devin Haney going to bounce back when he get caught. Because he's going to get hit. Is he going to be able to handle those shots? We got to see it. Angry Knicks fan loyalty. You remember when ESPN put Devin clinching like 37 times? Yo, but that was smart. That was smart. Smart fighters clinch when they get hurt. And I'm going to tell you something interesting, my peoples. Clinching is an art. It looks very simple, but nah. There's some fighters that don't know how to clinch, that they never got taught how to clinch. So when they get hurt, they just start throwing punches and they get knocked out. Clinching is not easy if you don't know how to do it. The Mexican G. Haney got his ass whooped. The world saw it. He got his ass whooped. Unfortunately, Ryan Garcia got popped. Popped dirty, bro. Ajana Haney, for sure. That's why a rematch needed. Because that PED thing, that's real talk. They're going to have to do it. And I think that's going to be the next step. If Ryan Garcia beats Rolly, which I expect him to do so, and Devin Haney beats Jose Ramirez, their rematch is going to be next. And I believe, listen, if Devin Haney can box Jose Ramirez, he's going to box him, use the footwork, keep the jab out there, he's going to win that fight. And he's going to look good doing it. But if Devin tries to fight Jose Ramirez like he fought Ryan, we're going to go toe-to-toe, rock him, sock him, I think he could be in trouble. My peoples. So we're going to see what type of game plan they're going to come in with. I know that Devin Haney wants to, be impressive, wants to win in beautiful fashion. But we have to see it, my peoples. We have to see it. The Mexican G, Oscar De La Hoya's whooped Vargas while he was on roids. Roids don't give you skills. But they give you power. And they could give you knockout power. If you're already a hard puncher and you use roids, you're going to destroy people. Chris Fontaine, I don't feel good about this fight for Devin. I mean, they picked a tough opponent, B. Jose Ramirez is a super tough opponent for a comeback fight. Because you got to remember, Devin Haney been inactive for how long? A year? I think it's a year already since day 4. So, Devin is going to have to, be focused. And like I said, man, if Devin Haney goes in there to box, if he's going to box him, use the footwork, use the entire ring on him, keep that jab out there, he's going to win that fight. He's supposed to win that fight. But I want to see how. That's my only question mark, my people. How is Devin Haney going to react when he get hit with a good shot? Because we know Devin Haney's not a power puncher. He's not going to blow him out of there. He's going to beat him on points. This fight could go 12 rounds. Within those 12 rounds, he's going to eat a big shot or two. How is he going to react? That's the magic question. Ajana Haney, Ramirez is a very great fighter. No, he's not. He's mentally strong. Angry Knicks fan loyalty. Ryan always had that pop, and that left hook is beautiful. Ryan Garcia got one of the best left hooks in the game. That's the one thing I feel like people don't give Ryan Garcia enough credit. Ryan Garcia is like a guy that just never got his flowers the way he should. And I think the reason why Ryan Garcia is so hated is because he became a much bigger star than his accomplishments. He hasn't been a world champion yet. Yet he's a huge star. And I think people hate him for that. Because you got to think about it. Ryan Garcia won a bunch of national titles as an amateur. He got that amateur pedigree. Ryan Garcia's had a fan base since he was a teenager. I seen fights where almost the whole side of the crowd was yelling Ryan Garcia names with posters with Ryan and all that shit while he was an amateur. So he's been a star since he was an amateur. It's not like he's a YouTuber who just started boxing. This guy has amateur pedigree. But for some reason, he's mad hated because he became so popular. Ryan Garcia was super popular even when he was like 12-0, 15-0. He would have crowd of people going to watch him fight. And they're like, who is this? People will see it like he's a nobody. He ain't beat nobody. Why y'all sweating him like that? So I don't think people like the fact that he became such a big star before accomplishing anything. And that's why I think that he's hated like that. Chris Fontaine, nah, Smith, I cannot agree. Tell me, my brother, what you don't agree with? Chris Fontaine, Ryan is a good boxer, but I think he really got his fame from YouTube. Nah, my brother. I'm telling you, that's a perception, but it is not an accurate perception. Go look at old amateur fights from Ryan Garcia. And you're going to see, my brother, Ryan Garcia was bringing crowds to watch him at his amateur fights. Ryan Garcia's always been famous. When he turned pro, go look at his pro debut, my brother. Mad people in the arena went to see him in his pro debut. I bet you most of us in here did not see Tank Davis' pro debut. Most of us here did not know Tank Davis until he was like 10, 11 fights into the pro game. And people will cap. Man, people be capping like, nah, I've been following Tank. But that shit be cap. That shit be cap. A lot of people didn't know him. So I'm telling you, my guy, Ryan Garcia, yo, when he was an amateur, there was crowds of people going to watch him fight. Posters with his name on it, yelling his name. This kid got amateur pedigree, bro. Been doing it. Been super popular. Chris Fontaine, that's true, but look at this. You think Ryan is a higher fighter than Crawford? A higher fighter? I think maybe you mean a better fighter than Crawford. Of course not. He's not a better fighter than Crawford. But like I said, he's been extremely popular since even before he was messing with YouTube. He's been extremely popular. MAW, Ryan would have got his flowers if he made weight and didn't pop dirty. I mean, I think that that's something that people take into consideration. But even before the Devin Haney fight, I'm not talking about that fight in particular. Before the Devin Haney fight, Ryan Garcia has always caught a lot of hate. A lot of hate. And it's that narrative. Look, my brother, what my brother just said. Chris Fontaine is the YouTube. It's because of YouTube. So that whole narrative got spread to where a lot of people felt like Ryan Garcia was a star because of YouTube. But nah. Ryan was a star because since the amateurs, he's been whooping ass. He's been winning national titles. He already had a fan base that was following him. And as a professional, what has he been doing? Knocking people the fuck out too. Look at his resume. Ryan Garcia has a high knockout percentage. Been knocking people out. Been sleeping people with that left hook. And that's what people like. Ryan, look, we have to admit it, my people. We have to acknowledge it. Ryan Garcia is an exciting fighter to watch. Can't nobody say that a Ryan Garcia fight is boring. By the way, it's 45 of us, my people, and I got 23 likes. Why y'all gotta treat me like I'm a C-level fighter? Like I'm the one out there getting knocked out and getting beat up. Come on, man. Hit that like button, my people. Stop playing. John Parham. YouTube exposed Ryan to the outside world. Facts. People who were not following boxing started tuning into Ryan Garcia. If anything, he's been good for boxing because people who weren't fans of boxing started following Ryan and they became fans of the sport. Look at that. Look at that. Braño Romero. Ryan Garcia is a 15-time national champion. You see what I'm saying, Chris Fontaine? You're a 15-time national champion. You're going to be popular off the gate. Ryan Garcia had a fan base. I'm talking about, check out, look for his pro debut. People's already following him. The Mexican G. Ryan gained a fan base from knocking people out. He just used YouTube to promote his boxing skills. That's a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment. And he used the platform to grow his popularity, of course. But Ryan Garcia has been a popular fighter since he was an amateur. John Parham. Chris, I get what you're trying to say. And I got to point something out, my people. Now, we got to keep it 100. You know what's one of the reasons why Ryan Garcia became so famous? For the same reason Oscar De La Hoya. Now, don't think that I'm comparing. Oscar De La Hoya is an all-time great. Ryan Garcia is not. But you know what happened with Oscar De La Hoya when he was an amateur boxer? That he was a little pretty boy. So mad women used to go watch him fight. Oscar De La Hoya had a women fan base. A huge women fan base. Because he was a little pretty boy. Guess what? Ryan Garcia also, he a little pretty boy. Pause. No diddy. He a little pretty boy. And he got mad women that fight. Simple as that. And he's always had a female fan base. always had a female fan base. Let's keep it real. He's a good-looking kid. Pause. And a lot of women follow him. He got it, bro. He got it. That's why Ryan Garcia is one of the few fighters who's more popular than his accomplishments. He hasn't accomplished a lot, but he's super popular. The Mexican G, kind of ironic. Oscar had all the chicas looking at him, but Oscar was looking at the homies. Now listen, bro. Oscar was living crazy. B living crazy. But he never liked the homies. Oscar's not about that. He just did a lot of drugs and did a lot of crazy shit while he was on drugs. But he wasn't about the fellas, bro. Oscar, he never been gay. He just, when he get on that shit, he be exploring all type of sides that we don't know about. But even you got to think about it. Even when he was wearing the fishnet and all that shit, who he was doing that with the chick that he was with. There ain't no picture or no stories. No man has ever come out like, oh, I was doing stuff with Oscar. That has never happened. He would just, like Rick James said, cocaine is a hell of a drug. But Oscar's not gay. So my peoples, we digress. No more talking about cocaine and Skittles. I don't know what y'all talking about over here. But again, Terence Buck Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is going down in September. Hit that like button, my people. Stop playing with me. Terence Buck Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, going down in September. I think we all expect Canelo to get past Scully, right? I think we all agree with that. This fight is going to go down in September. It's going to be a very good fight. It's going to be a competitive fight. Whether you're going for Canelo to win or whether you're going for Crawford to win, there ain't no need to hate on anybody, my peoples. William P., I got Canelo. Chris Fontaine, like and subscribe. Appreciate it, my brother. See, if you got Canelo, I'm telling you, any fighter that you pick in this fight, it's okay because they're both great fighters. They're both pound-for-pound fighters. But what I will tell you is that nobody is watching nobody. Nobody's going to smoke anybody. It's going to be a very, very competitive fight. If somebody get hurt, they can get stopped because both of them are very hard punchers. But it's a possibility neither one of them get hurt in this fight. And it goes the distance. That's what I see happening. I see the fight going the distance, and the winner is going to win on points. I see Terence Crawford outboxing Canelo. But it's going to be a very competitive fight. It's going to be a very good fight, my people. Chris Fontaine, can't say that, Smith. We said the same about Errol and Crawford. I mean, I didn't say the same about Errol and Crawford. I said Crawford was going to knock him out in the 8th or the 9th. I saw that knockout coming a mile away, my brother. And we seen what happened to Errol. He got lumped up. But, I'm telling you. Matter of fact, this Thursday for Throwback Thursday, I'm going to repost my Crawford versus Spence prediction. I'm going to repost it so y'all can see it. I was like, Bud is going to knock him out clean in the 8th round or the 9th. I'm going to repost my prediction. Yeah, it's raining right now. I'm going to repost my prediction, my people, so y'all can see it. I predicted that Bud was going to lump him up brutally. The Mexican G, I'll catch you guys later. Everyone, have a good night. Have a good night, my brother. Angry Knicks fan loyalty. Bud never ran. But if he does, can we respect Canelo power? I mean, we always have to respect Canelo's power. Canelo's been a power puncher his whole career. Canelo's been one of the best body punchers his whole career. So we gotta respect it even before the fight happens. We gotta respect it. MAW. It was pouring down here in Australia yesterday. It's our turn today. Hasn't rained all day, but it's going down now. Chris Fontaine. Canelo versus Skull. I got Canelo. Yeah, I think we all got Canelo. Now, I will say, let me say something about that fight. Canelo versus Skull is going to be interesting for the first few rounds. Because Skull is mad big, mad tall. And he got that Cuban boxing style. So guess what? We're going to see a guy that's going to be trying to use his footwork on Canelo. That's going to try to keep the distance. That's going to keep that stick out there. So Canelo's going to have to figure him out. And figure out a way to time him and get on the inside on him. Superman. Jay Smith, salute. Salute, my brother. Angry Nick fan, copy. Ajana Haney, Canelo, I predict a KO. I see him getting dropped. Canelo could. But he's a bigger guy. Yo, I think that this Skull guy is going to make it interesting. Maybe 2-3 rounds. But you know how Canelo does with them body shots. He's going to, go hard to the body. Slowly break them down. And by the 8th round around it, Canelo's already dominating. Love more Hinduism. Skull going to get that skull cracked. God damn. Damn, you're going to get that skull crizacked. My peoples. Please don't say stuff like that. We need Canelo to win this fight. We need this. Don't tell me that Skull is going to make Canelo fumble the bag. I don't want to see nobody tell me, yo, Skull's going to win or Canelo's going to be upset. Don't jinx it. We need Canelo to win that fight. If Canelo wants to get upset, then we're going to see Crawford versus Skull in September. I don't want that. MAW. I was a bunch of live saying Bud gonna beat Spence. Receipts matter, but nothing wrong when we get picked wrong too. Just gotta own it. I got Wilder wrong in the first fight versus Fury. Had that dead wrong. Yeah, I have Fury lumping them up too. You're right, my brother. Listen, we not gonna predict every fight accurately. That's impossible. We're gonna get some wrong. I gotten some wrong too. Trust me. Superman. Smith, I'm getting my hair done so I can make grease excuses. Yo, listen, that grease excuse, man, he got in the Deontay Wilder level of excuse. Because Wilder has some crazy ones with the heavy suit and his water got spiked. Tank got the grease in his eyes. That shit was crazy. Angry Knicks fan loyalty. Canelo going to smoke Skull. I hope so. I don't need Skull to make Canelo fumble the bag. Love more Hinduism. Skull win. Canelo retires. Man, don't let's not even assume Skull can win that fight. Let's just assume he's gonna lose. I don't want to jinx it. Love more Hinduism. The spacesuit. Angry Knicks fan loyalty. 95% including Canelo diehard didn't give people a chance. That's a fact. You see the way people didn't give people a chance and he made Canelo look bad. Just put the Swiss. Yo, Bivol put the Apple, the Swiss, and the Dre beats on Canelo. I didn't think that was going to play out like that. I thought Canelo was going to beat him. I thought Canelo was going to stop him. That's why, yo, we can't always assume, like, oh, this guy's great, so he's going to do this and he's going to do that. Styles make fights. Tunnel vision. Skull wins. We'll do rematch. Canelo is not leaving that money. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing. Skull's not going to win. Don't say that. Why are you trying to jinx Skull versus Bud versus Canelo in September, man? Don't do that, bro. Ajana Haney, Bivol, Train me good for if he has a lot of heart. Yo, Bivol is a top level fighter. He's an elite level fighter. Look, he's already undisputed in the division. Chris Fontaine, yeah, Bivol did Canelo a number. And Bivol fought Canelo with the perfect game plan. Canelo was never able to get in his rhythm. He was never able to consistently put together a body attack. That left hook to the body just wasn't there. It just wasn't. Canelo landed a very few amount of shots. Like that landed flush to the body. He didn't get too many of those, my peoples. He didn't. That's because Bivol was on his footwork, on his jab, on his crazy hard counter punching every time Canelo closed the gap. Bivol just didn't let him operate. He didn't. Ajana Haney, Bivol got hard. That's a fact. Love Bug, 1337. What's your thought on Diddy's boxing? Diddy's boxing, I don't know what you're talking about. Love more Hinduism. Bivol can beat Canelo. I mean, Bivol is a big dude, bro. I think, and I've been saying it, if Canelo would have rematched Bivol, it was going to play out the same way. Ajana Haney. Why talking about Diddy? I don't even understand. Thank you for getting that shit out of here, Love More Hinduism. Bringing up Diddy. Angry Nick fan loyalty. I give Bivol the number one spot because he beat 2 pound for pound on the top 10. That's fair enough. Bivol is a great fighter, bro. MAW, I have Bivol right versus Canelo. A lot of people don't bother to do some film study before predictions. Domingo Bonilla, Bivol has Canelo's number. Yo, listen. When two real good fighters fight each other and one has a lot of height and reach advantage, a lot of time the taller guy's going to win. If they're both really good, the taller guy's going to win. You can look at historical data that will back me up. Bivol versus Benavidez would be good. I want to see Bivol versus Benavidez. It looked like His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh is getting in the way of that. But I really want to see that fight. Miss Bitch, I'm back. Jay Smith, I discovered that nigga trading bag of chips for wrenches. I'll let you know who got a fake wrench. Let me know. Let me know what we need to remove out there. Ajana Haney, it's a good style match. Angry Knicks fan loyalty. Canelo too small. Yo, Canelo's a small 168 pounder. That's what I've been trying to tell people. He's not a big dude. When you say, he's so big. Yo, he's not big at all. Giancarlo Rodriguez, John Jones boxing. Come on, bro. John Jones is not a boxer. Like, that's irrelevant, my brother. Let's talk boxing, my G. Come on now. Miss Bitch. Damn, it's raining over there. Yo, cats and dogs right now. Cats and dogs. QT. I think Bivol will beat Benavidez too. David deserves that fight though. I mean, I want to see David Benavidez, Dimitri Bivol. I want to see that fight. That fight has to happen. Hopefully His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh don't block it because he want Bivol versus Beterbiev Part 3 to take place immediately. I prefer Bivol versus Benavidez to happen next. That's my take. Ajana Haney, don't get me wrong. David is a monster, but Bivol has a chance to beat David. Honestly, I'm picking Benavidez to win that fight. I'm actually picking Benavidez to beat Dimitri Bivol. John Parham, last warning for trolling. Appreciate it, John Parham. Ajana Haney, I can see Bivol winning. I mean, that's a 50-50 fight. We got to understand, Bivol is an undisputed champion and a great fighter. The Mexican monster, we already know what he's about. So, that's a 50-50 fight that honestly could go either way. If I had to make my bet right now, I'm going with Benavidez. Adam, Bivol beats the break off Benavidez. We have to see it. You know, Bivol is not a power puncher. Benavidez is. And Benavidez is a high-volume puncher. High-volume puncher. John Parham, I got Benavidez. Ajana Haney, he could. Floyd Mayweather is a straight clown. Okay, Chewy, we got to get you the hell out of here because nobody talking about Floyd. Good to have you, though. Peace. Really just showed up in here just to hate on Floyd? Get the hell out of here. You don't need you. And Benavidez, got a gas tank as well. Facts. Benavidez could let them hands go for 12 rounds. Every single round, combination punching. So I think that Benavidez versus Bivol, that's a very close fight. It can actually play out just like Bivol versus Beterbiev, where it's a very close fight. The first one, this guy got it. Then the rematch, the other guy got it. Yo, that dude that I kicked out, he probably only knows Floyd Mayweather in the whole world of boxing. Never seen a boxing match. Goofy ass motherfucker. Ajana Haney, that's why I say it could play good. Yo, I would really love to see Benavidez and Bivol. That fight needs to happen. Benavidez deserves his shot. Deserves it. My people, y'all already know what it is, man. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Adam, when Benavidez went up a class, he slowed down and he doesn't have KO power in the upper classes. I mean, we have to see it, my brother. He only had one fight. He only had one. Or was it two? But we saw what he did to David Morrell. If I'm not mistaken, he only has one fight. So I don't think we can say he has no power based off of that one fight. I still believe that Benavidez is going to be one of the hardest punchers in the division. That's my take on that. QT, Turkey needs to make that Bivol David fight. We don't need to see another Arthur versus Bivol. Look, I think the reason why Turkey doesn't want Bivol to fight Benavidez is because Benavidez is a PBC fighter. He's not doing business directly with them. So I think it may be because of that. They're like, nah, we're not doing business with them people. But at the end of the day, Benavidez deserves that shot, and they need to make it happen. They need to make it happen. That's that. Miss Bitch, see this? What Jay Smith has to deal with, brother? Just trying to make a peaceful stream. Then the trolls with the dumb questions come in. Yeah, man. Y'all got to help me out, man. When they come in with them goofy-ass questions, kick them the hell out of here. Let me ask y'all a question, man, because I know Miss Bitch and John Parrow, maybe y'all could clarify this for me. When you got that, can you guys just kick people out, or you only could give them minutes out, like 60 seconds and 5 minutes? Can you kick them the hell out for good? I need to know. Superman, he got to work on that. Stiffening on leg when he get hit. Who got to work on that? I'm not sure what you're talking about, my brother. Clarify that for me. Ajana Haney, talking about Floyd. Imagine that, man. This dude came up in here out of nowhere. Yo, Floyd is a clown. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, really? John Parham, yes, you can ban him. Oh, yeah, my brother. I've been banning people left and right. I'm trying to figure out if you could ban them too. I'm state banning people. John Parham, they will just make another account, yeah. I already banned a few that showed up with some other shit. Miss Bitch, if you give me and John Parham the super wrench, then there's nothing we can do. We can even block the ones who have a wrench too. Oh, y'all gonna have to get that. Y'all gonna have to get that. Matter of fact, let me see. Can I do that shit right now? Fuck, B. I don't even know how to do that shit. I don't know how to give you the super wrench, but I got you. I'm going to figure that shit out. MAW, the reason Turkey don't want Bivol versus Beterbiev is because third Bivol versus Beterbiev will be likely and only for new TKO belt. I don't think so. I don't think Bivol versus Beterbiev is going to be for that Turkey belt. You know why? You got to remember, Dimitri Bivol right now is the undisputed champion. I do not see him relinquishing all of his titles to go fight for a Turkey belt that's worthless. That's right now, that's like a Mickey Mouse belt, if you think about it. There is zero history behind that belt. So I don't think, I'm telling y'all, that Turkey belt is going to be for up-and-coming fighters who, maybe they prospects. They're not making a lot of money. So you go over there, make some money, and look and try to get you that belt. Gatekeepers can also go over to that new league and try to get that belt. But, established fighters, undisputed fighters, they're not going to drop the real hardware to get themselves that Turkey belt. Nah, bro. It ain't going down like that. It ain't going down like that, my peoples. Ajana Haney, we ain't talking about Floyd. Facts, bro. We not talking about Floyd. Don't come over here with that bullshit. John Parham. Chris, the name say it all. Jiu-Jitsu Jedi. Madrimov says, hold my glove. You see, Madrimov is a guy, not just Madrimov, because Madrimov, remember, he was a legitimate champion before Crawford beat him. But there's going to be some gatekeepers that could say, yo, let me go over here and make some money. Maybe I could get me a belt. Maybe I could grab me one of them turkey belts. William P. Turkey belt is crazy. Yo. I mean, Turkey belt has a better ring. Imagine His Excellency belt. I don't know. Or the Allow Sheik belt. People ain't even going to remember how to say that shit. It's that turkey belt. Matter of fact, yo, they going like that shit don't got no history behind it, my people. What they gonna give you? A turkey belt and a turkey and cheese so you can eat that shit in the ring? A slice of turkey? Yo, here, eat this shit. Imagine the belt come with a slice of turkey on it. But nah, I'm just joking around, my peoples. I just feel like, you know, that belt, it doesn't really have a history behind it for people to want it. None of the guys who are established, who got their titles, are gonna want it. I cannot see Dimitri Bivol, undisputed champion. He's undisputed for the first time in his career, relinquishing his titles for a turkey belt. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. MAW, don't hand out super wrenches, Jay. Most abuse the privilege. General wrenches subscribers already have ability to time out or hide the unwrenched. Love more Hinduism. Jiu-Jitsu Jedi. Boxing was just fine without Turkey and Dana. I mean, listen, I do gotta say, His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh has put together some great cards. Has put together some great fights. But he's not the promoter. Y'all gotta remember, His Excellency's Turkey is working with Matchroom, with Top Rank. He's working with Queensbury, with Golden Boy. He's not the actual promoter, right? But he's done some real good things. That Dimitri Bivol Arthur Beterbiev card, you know, His Excellency was involved in that. They're also involved in that event that they're holding in Times Square, which is, yo, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez on the same card. That's fire. We gotta respect that. He's done. His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh has done some big things in boxing, and they're gonna hold the card in Alcatraz, bro. I will pay my whole paycheck for a whole month if I could go to Alcatraz and watch that shit live. So they doing some special things. Now with this whole TKO boxing, they got a format that I think is kind of weird. And their own belt, I don't really like that. It's like they trying to get the sanctioning bodies out of the way so they could run everything. Honestly, I don't really like that. But let's give them a chance. Let's see how it's gonna play out. Real talk. Love more Hinduism. He dirty. Look how he did Adamas. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he was dirty for doing that. He was biased. He wanted his guy to win. And what he did was wrong. I posted a video about that. I said it. He went to a fighter's corner, gave him inside information. You can't do that. So that wasn't a good look for him. And I'm going to keep it real. Look, His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh has been putting together some great cards. He's done some great things for boxing. But there are a few things that I don't like. That I see that I'm like, damn, maybe this could turn into something bad down the line. Like, for example, it's almost like fighters, when they go to Saudi Arabia to fight over there, it's almost like they always got to kiss his ass. And I don't like that. You see fighters win big fights, they sign their gloves to Turkey and give it to him. I don't like that. It almost feels like they don't have a choice. I saw Bivol become undisputed for the first time in his career, sign away his glove and give it to Turkey so he could put it in his museum. I don't feel like he really wanted to do that. I feel like it's more like, well, this guy, he made it happen and I'm in his country. I got to do this shit. So I feel like sometimes, you know, His Excellency is like a figure of authority where fighters got to do shit the way he wanted to do it. And that could turn into something bad down the line. But that's just a feeling. I could be wrong. Let's see. The fact that they decided to have a TKO league and remove all of the sanctioning bodies so they can have their own belt, I don't think that's a good sign. But then again, we have to give them an opportunity and see how it plays out. QT, I think the TKO league is good for amateur fighters, but not for known fighters. He tripping. That's what I've been saying, you know. Up and coming fighters, prospects, and even gatekeepers, even guys who already, you know, 35, 36 years old, but they not getting any fights, they're inactive, and they want to fight, they could go on over there and be opponents for the prospects. Get beat up over there for a little bit of money. Elite ex-Cubano, boxing needed a shakeup. Let's see. You know, I want to give him a chance. I don't want to discredit it. But there's some things about it that I don't like. I want to see how it's going to play out. Not at all, especially with Dana. Hell no. And yeah, we got to be honest, my people. There's a lot of folks who's on UFC who always complain about how they get paid over there. And we're going to see that with this new TKO league. They have some pay scale there that it just don't add up. Miss Bitch, imagine if I had that super wrench. Damn. With great power comes great responsibility. But a bitch with a super wrench, rubbing both hands together with evil laugh, knocking people out the box. John Parham, can we get 30? Fast, my people. 2 more likes. 2 more, we get to 30. MAW, if Bivol versus Benavidez does end up only for TKO belt to launch new promo, remember I called it first. MAW, I got you, my brother. I'm actually saying that they're not gonna fight for that belt because I just don't see, you know, Bivol relinquishing his undisputed status. But maybe it could be a shitload of money that will make him do it. If it does happen, you called it first because I haven't seen nobody say that. Ajana Haney, facts. MAW, Miss B. Yo, Miss Bitch, it's that bitch. Ajana Haney, I don't know. I'm telling you, my brother, I don't know if Bivol's going to be willing to part ways with his undisputed status for a turkey belt. I mean, he going to catch a lot of flack for that. Like, bro, you going after that trinket? That's a trinket. That's a piece of junk. And I don't mean to disrespect nobody, my peoples, but when you're talking about a brand new league with a brand new title that nobody ever held, it's meaningless. It's meaningless, my people. MAW, remember, both IBF and WBC both do. He's already up to fight Benavidez as his mandatory. The only way one sanctioning body won't strip your ass is if you have to defend for another one. And if it's a big fight, they'll be like, we'll let that go. Benavidez is up. It's next in line. You see, that's why I tell you there's some things that I don't like about Turkey. Like Benavidez was already, you know, he's already on that mandatory slap for the Bivol fight. So I don't like the fact that Turkey is injecting his opinion into it. Like, oh, I don't care about Bivol. Like, he actually said that. I don't care about Bivol versus Benavidez. I'm not with that. I didn't like that at all. Because now you're trying to inject your opinion into what's going to happen next. How about Bivol? How about what Demetrius Bivol wants? Because if Bivol don't want to fight Benavidez, and he want to go fight for that turkey belt, then I'm going to have to respect him. That's what you want to do, Bivol. But if I'm feeling like His Excellency is pressuring Bivol to go do that, I don't like that. I don't like that. Then he's not going to be good for boxing going forward. Because he's going to make fighters do what they don't want to do. And I don't like that. Love more Hinduism. Imagine Floyd coming back for a turkey belt. Man, listen, I'm telling you I mean, I don't know what's going to even be the name of that belt. You know, we over here calling it a turkey belt. But I'm guessing, you know, just like they have the WBC, the IBF, the WBO, WBA, I guess they're going to have some type of name for it. The turkey belt has a ring to it. Ajana Haney, Floyd won't do it. Hell no, Floyd. I mean, they could bring in Floyd for an exhibition fight, and give him a turkey belt just to try to popularize it. Damn, yo, I think we kind of fucked up for calling it a turkey belt. Shoot. But damn, that's the only name that just, for some reason, that already stuck. But you know what? I haven't seen people calling it a turkey belt in other chats. So maybe we're the one that started that shit, and before you know it, it's gonna be named the turkey belt. They need to give us credit for that. Matter of fact, I should copyright that shit. Turkey belt. Let me copyright that shit. They're gonna have to pay me. MAW, IBF was next in line before WBC, but Turkey wants the trilogy. Why? To launch new TKO promo of an undisputed fight. Incentive? But we got to see what the money's going to be like. Because remember, they already have a pay scheme. And that pay scheme says to defend your title is like $700 or some shit like that. They never said anything about paying extra if you're a star or anything like that. They already have it in place. Set. This is what you make if you're defending. So Bivol's going to fight for $700,000? I don't know. I don't know about all that. Gabe Rivera Red. David going to be undisputed regular champ. Crazy. William P. Nah, for real. Copyright that. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm going to have to copyright turkey belt. That's, I'm telling you, because I just thought about it right now. Like, in this chat, we've been talking about the turkey belt for the last couple of days. I haven't seen nobody else calling it a turkey belt. That shit is only, unless y'all went to different chats and now started calling it a turkey belt too. But yeah, man, that shit, I'm considering copywriting that shit. That turkey belt. That way, I'm going to do a tournament and I'm going to have a turkey belt. I got the copyright, so I can have a turkey belt. Lovebuck 1337. Diddy used to train under Felix Trinidad as an amateur boxer. Do you think he will do well if he doesn't switch career to music? What the fuck? Like, Jesus Christ. Miss Bitch. Floyd versus Tank would be good. Tank biting the hand that fed him, and he pulls a win too. I mean, to be honest, Miss Bitch, right now, we got to think about Floyd Mayweather, and, at his age, I think that Tank will beat him if they fought. At his age, I think Tank will beat him if they fought now. And something interesting? Tank never, ever sparred with Floyd. And he said he had the opportunity to spar with him a couple of times, yet he never did because he just didn't want to put hands on him. He didn't want to put hands on Floyd because, that's the guy that brought him up. But now, with the friction that they had going on, Tank would be willing to fight Floyd. But I don't think Floyd's going to, he's not trying to get pummeled out there. What I think Floyd should do, give Adrian Broner a little exhibition match, B. Give AB a little exhibition match. Let him make a little money so he could stop scamming NBA players and doing all this crazy shit that he's doing out there. Give him a little payday, bro. Give him a little exhibition fight. We know AB's done. He ain't going to do nothing. He ain't going to become a champion again. He's not going to do none of that. Give him a little exhibition fight. Let him make a little money. MAW. The pay scheme will be for the new guys. They got to put money into promoting a launch. Light heavyweight undisputed and Canelo versus Bud are the perfect fight to launch the new promotion, in my opinion. We'll pay those fights big. I mean, we got to see. But you got to remember, since they have their own belt and they're fighting outside of the sanctioning bodies, it will not be for undisputed. It will not be for undisputed. You got to remember, think about this, MAW. Since Dana White and His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh are doing their own thing outside of the sanctioning bodies, those 4 belts will not be up if these guys fight on that promotion. Because guess what? I'm going to make a prediction right now. None of the sanctioning bodies are going to sanction fights for over there. None of them. So that means that Bivol would have to drop his belts, no longer be undisputed, to go fight on that other league. That's kind of like if you're in UFC and you go fight in Pride. You can't bring your UFC titles to Pride and put your UFC titles on the line for Pride. You're going to have to leave those behind at UFC. UFC is going to tell you, oh, you going to Pride? Run them titles, son. You're not taking them with you. So I believe the sanctioning bodies are going to do the same. Oh, you're going to go fight on a different promotional company for a different belt. Run those, buddy. You're not going to hold those back. You're not going to hold those titles hostage while you go do you over there and don't make us any money. Run those titles and do whatever you want over there. So it's going to have to be a choice. You either keep your titles and defend them over here, or you relinquish them and go fight for that turkey belt. They're going to have to make a choice. They're going to have to. Miss Bitch, Dion Williams, my favorite fighter. He beat Floyd, Crawford, Tank, Davis, Shakur, Sean Porter, and Boots in the amateurs. He the face of Miss Bitch Promotions too. Damn, he nasty like that? Hash Bass. Is the turkey belt and league, will it like boxing after dark or USA Boxing every Thursday or Pro Box? I mean, I don't know how they're going to run that. I don't know how they're going to promote it, how often they're going to have cards. I'm not sure, they're still working on the details. But what I will say is that if you go to that league, I don't think that you're going to be able to hold titles simultaneously in the 4 sanctioning bodies and in that league, because that's a whole different league. I'm telling you, it's going to go down like that. Matchroom fighters, Golden Boy fighters, PBC fighters, Queensbury fighters, they're not going to be fighting for that turkey belt, because these people are going after the real titles. So that new promotional company, I've been telling people, is going to be for amateurs, up-and-coming guys, new fighters, maybe some gatekeepers migrate over there because, okay, I've been signed over here. I don't get no fights. Let me go over there and make some money. But I don't foresee no fighter trading their real titles to go compete for a turkey belt. I honestly can't see it. MAW, I forgot to put the undisputed comment before. Is the new promotion playing on fans, knowing fans know who fighters are actually the undisputed champions? Got you, my brother. But like I said, I don't see Dimitri Bivol relinquishing his real titles to go fight for that turkey belt. I honestly don't see it. A Boogie 616. What's your thoughts on Crawford were to fight Gary Russell Jr.? I mean, I would have Crawford winning that fight, but right now they're already too far apart in division, so it's impossible. We'll never see that. Chris Fontaine, the turkey belt holds no weight. That's what I've been trying to tell my peoples. That turkey belt, they don't hold no weight. That's a Mickey Mouse title. Even a secondary title is better than that joint. John Parham, appreciate the likes. Y'all already know it, my peoples. Hit that like button and subscribe. Pancho Villa, the Here M's Queen B. Ray Ran 214. Say, come back home, grandma misses you. You be talking the truth. Appreciate it, my guy. No bias, no cap, no trying to get attention with the clickbait. I call it how I see it, my peoples. Call it how I see it. My peoples, I'm about to end this live. Been rocking with y'all for 2 hours. If y'all want to, hit that like button before I get the hell out of here. But I want to give a shout out to John Parham, Miss Queen Bitch, Pancho Villa, Chris Fontaine, A Boogie 616, MAW, Hash Bash. Yo, my peoples, William P, Love More Hinduism. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Y'all already know what it is. Tomorrow we going to get down. We going to do what we do. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this content, my peoples. I posted a couple new videos today. Check them out. Comment, like, share, all that good stuff. Y'all already know what it is, my peoples. Your boy Jay Smith is in the building. We got 1,000 subscribers the other day, but we headed for 2,000. We headed for 1,000,000. This is gonna be the #1 boxing live on YouTube. There's no getting around it, my peoples. This is the inevitable. It's gonna happen, I promise you. There you have it, my people. Jay Smith, this is your favorite boxers, favorite boxing show. I'll see you tomorrow, my peoples. I appreciate every one of you. One love. Peace. Let's get the fuck out of here, my peoples.